Hey Yoga Mamas. It's the end of October. I've written a lot on my newsletter, Urban Yoga Mama, about Ustrasana, camel pose, and the different variations of that. And today I wanted to share a sequence that prepares us for Ustrasana. It also not only prepares us, but shows us some movements that are similar to the ones in camel pose, but that are maybe a little more gentle. So I'll try to make it short. I know you're busy. Also, I'm busy. So let's just get into it. I like to start, you could sit, kneeling, legs forward, or however is comfortable for you. Just shake your hands out, shake your shoulders. Keep your breath moving. And then go ahead and bring that to stillness and circle your head a few times in both directions. Not too fast, not too slow. And any movement you do is sort of a warm up here in the beginning, but also just to kind of see how your body's feeling. So as you're moving gently, notice how are you feeling in your body? What sensations are you noticing? How is your breath? Where's your mind? Kind of bring it all together. All right, so kind of loosen that up a little. Bring yourself into tabletop, which is basically cat pose. You have the option to point the toes back or tuck them under. We'll just turn so you can see that better. That's tucked under, that's pointed back. Don't overthink cat pose. Really just make sure that your fingers are spread wide so that you're really relaxing all parts of your forearm. Cat pose, wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Follow your breath. Exhale and round your spine. Inhale and arch your spine. And continue at the pace of your own breath, exhaling and rounding. Inhaling and arching. And just like we did with the neck circles, just notice how you feel in your body. This is going to highlight how you feel in your back, in your spine, in your torso in general, and also in your shoulders. Notice the pace you like to move at. Is it faster or slower? Just noticing. All right, so come to a neutral spine, so neither rounding nor tucking. We're just going to do a brief bird dog, which is one arm forward and the opposite leg back, just to kind of see where we're at with our strength and our back. So bring, let's say, the right leg back and the left arm forward, and then bring it down. We're going to go back and forth a few times. Now the left leg back and the right arm forward, and bring it down. It doesn't matter how high you lift the arm and the leg. Just see that you can keep breathing and stay steady here. Go at your own pace. And if you feel like you're not sure when to breathe in and out, it actually doesn't really matter. Just make sure the breath is moving, the body's moving slowly, and you're maintaining that balance. This is a nice core and back strengthener. So let's say we've done it like maybe 3 or 4 times on both sides. And then pause here in tabletop and do a few shoulder rolls. You can go back, roll the shoulders back 3 times, and then maybe forward. That's just another way of rolling the shoulders with some weight on them. So you're just kind of feeling, how's my upper back? Good, and then from here, we're gonna rest in child's pose. If you're a little tight in the hips, it's kind of nice to sit on a block, or you can even put like a cushion there. You can put a blanket there if that feels good to you. Arms can go forward or they can stretch back. Also the option of the block under the forehead. So just play with it. Give yourself 3 to 5 breaths to relax here. So I'll do it with you, staying here with the breath. All right, now go ahead and slowly sit up. Get the props out of the way. And then, the knees have been bent. We're going to straighten them out a little to stretch the back of the legs. Come back to your cat pose or your tabletop. Now tuck the toes under and exhale back to downward dog. So you just begin to straighten the legs. At the same time you're straightening the legs, you're pushing down through the hands. If the legs stay bent, that's totally fine. You want to keep that length in your back. Think of the hips pushing up to the sky as the hands push down into your mat. I always like to kind of turn the head side to side and kind of relax my neck that way. You might want to pace your heels left and right and just loosen up in that way, or you can be still. Stay here and breathe. All right, go ahead and come down onto the knees. And then we're going to come down to the ground. So this is called 8-part bow. So notice I start in cat pose, balls on my feet and my knees and my hands are on the ground. Then I exhale and bring the elbows into my body as I slowly bring chest and chin down. So from there, straighten the body, face down. And as we inhale, come up to a baby cobra. So the hands are still there for a little support. And just come up using the strength of your back. Notice it's a small lift. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale up. And we'll go up and down just like 4 more times. Let's say 5 times total. Follow your breath as you go down. Exhale. Continue at your pace. We're building up that strength in the back. And having that strength will help our back bend. And just help us out in our lives in general. Don't worry if you've lost count. I've lost count. I think we've got one more after this. You can hold that last one if you want for a moment. It's kind of nice just to feel you can lift your hands off the ground and see if you've got that strength. If you'd rather keep them down, that's fine too. And then exhale, bring your forehead down. I like to stack my hands and rest there with my forehead in my hands. All right, I'm going to lead you through a scorpion twist. So this is a face down twist. Let's start by bringing the right arm out and the palm of the hand is just flat on the ground. The left hand can have the fingertips to the ground, and I'll bring my head down, turn my head to the left, and then push my left hand in the ground as I lift my left leg. And I'm just twisting and opening the front of that right shoulder. Stay here and breathe. All right, and then slowly come out on the exhale and just switch to the other side, pushing the toys out of the way. Left hand and arm go out to the left side, palm is on the ground. The fingertips of the right hand are tented on the ground, pushing, and then looking to the right. You'll twist and lift the hips and the front of the body off the ground so that right leg is going back behind its support, and really just let your head and neck rest and be supported by the ground. Stay here and breathe. All right, let's go ahead and come out of that. Hopefully that felt great. If it didn't, I'll show you another option. Oh, from here, let's bring one arm overhead and roll onto our backs. Okay, a couple ways to come up. One is you can just roll to this side and push up, or you can, if you want some energizing, just roll back and forth. And come up to seated. All right, now we're gonna get ready for our camel pose. So just take a moment again. You can sit however is comfortable for you. So in that face down twist, scorpion twist, we were opening the front of the shoulder and doing a little back bend in the upper part of the spine. Another way to do that without doing the face down twist is just to kind of reach back with the arms. And then if it feels good, you can bring the hands together, interlace, or you can even grab the forearms, although if you grab the forearms, you're not getting as much openness. So just reaching back is good. So what we're doing there in that opening in the shoulder is externally rotating the shoulders. So I did this in, I think, few weeks ago with you all. When we do that camel pose, that's one of the things we do is externally rotate so that we can get that openness in the chest. So I'm going to offer again the different variations in the camel pose that you can do. One of them starts with you kneeling, and then either the hand to the ground or a block, one side at a time. Let's say the right hand's down, sweep the left arm up and open out. So you're getting a little bit of that back bend without it being so intense. And then my other block is far away. Side to side, follow your breath. You don't have to crank yourself way into the back bend. It's just you go until it feels good. Your gaze can be up or down or really anywhere, but just kind of notice where it feels good for you to place your gaze. Okay, anyway, that's one option. It's a little more gentle. Another one, my head's gonna get caught off for a sec, but maybe there's a couple of blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can improvise and use something block-like and then lean back. You might be looking forward. You might be doing this with the gaze, or you might be dropping the head back, but just notice what feels good. So option 2. And let's see, what was option 3? Oh, option 3 was actually starting from seated. So the first one was coming back, or you could come from the ground up. Notice my fingers are pointing back, so I get that opening. Okay. All right. That's another option. And what am I missing? There's, oh, right. This is one of the more gentle options is just having fingers on the back and just slightly opening up like that without putting the hands down. I think that was option 3, right? Losing track here. Okay, and if you're wanting to see the full camel, it's actually not the full. I'll send you a picture of that some other time because I can't do it. But it's with the hands to the feet. Fingers are facing back, and then you lift the hips and open back. Again, you might keep looking forward or the head might drop back. It just depends on what feels good to you. All right, mamas. I hope that brought out a little bit of nice movement and stretch to your day. This was a little bit of an instructional video and a little bit of a practice one, meaning I talked a lot at you and gave you some tips, so you may or may not have been practicing all along with me, but it's meant for inspiration. So please, you can revisit this or just take notes or just remember in your head and do the parts of this video that felt good to you. And I hope you visit some of the other posts on Urban Yoga Mama. I'll put the link in the description of this video. And on Urban Yoga Mama, there's a whole space for mamas, busy mamas, to find tips for practicing yoga. So I hope you check that out, as well as the videos here. And if you love them, please share them with other mamas you know. I would so appreciate it. Thank you for practicing with me, and I hope you have a great day.